How's everybody doing? What's everybody up to today? Today's Friday night. Sitting here, cleaning up, doing some shopping, packaging. Been out today shopping in the marketplace. Went off, and it was cold when I stepped outside. It was cold. But I'm coming on to give you a quick tip on shopping during these holidays. And it's a lot of things. When I was younger, I was out of high school. I had my first baby. Came back from college, and I ended up having an apartment. My mom found me an apartment, and she was like, two grown women can't live together. And my mother found me an apartment over my aunt, and I moved in, and that's where I got my beginning as a young teenage mother. I was not prepared, y'all. I was not prepared. I had to get prepared, and I had to get ready because now I'm a mother with bill responsibilities, no comprehension other than what I had seen what my mother did. I wasn't taught, I wasn't ready, and now I had a household. How was I going to pay the bills, and how was I going to make ends meet? How was I going to put food on the table? How was I going to pay my rent? It was my aunt's house. I didn't have to pay security, yet at the same time, I still had to pay rent every month. I was on public assistance. I was 19 years old with a 3-bedroom apartment. 4-bedroom apartment. No, 4-room apartment. 2 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. And there was nothing included. No gas, no electricity. It was public assistance, and it was me. That was the only income. And I moved my boyfriend in with me. I can't say child's father because that's a whole nother story. And one day I'll tell it. And I'll tell it soon. Because when you're young and you think you know everything, and I got this, you don't have everything, y'all. So y'all young people, stop thinking you got the world and you think you know everything. Because I'm 63, I'll be 63 New Year's Day, and I have learned some things in those 50 years, and they haven't all been good, they haven't all been bad, but they haven't been the way I would want it to have been had I known more about life and entering into the marketplace and to adulthood. So this is a word of encouragement. Don't be discouraged, but you got to have a source. You have to have God first in your life. You have to, as a child I grew up, we went to church with my grandfather, who was a staunch Catholic. He made sure he would line us up. I had a lot of cousins. There was 4 siblings, but I had a lot of cousins, and he would gather us together, and he would wait for us. On Sunday morning, he would call to my mom and say, are the kids going to church? Have them ready. And we would walk down the street to where he would be outside or on his way down from their apartment to take and lead us to church. There would be like a tribe of us. I think we would have like 3 or 4 pews in the Catholic Church. There was that many of us. My mother came from a big family. So, in that to say that, now as a teenager, my mom went to work when my dad left her. He just up and left. And that's a whole nother topic, but we're not here to share that. I'm here to encourage you that you can make it. There's a process and there's things you need in place in order to take and manage your house. And I had to learn it. Without skills, other than what I learned as a teenager growing up and watching my mother and maybe some of my aunts, but more so, I just had to watch my mother, and I had to learn on my own. And I want to be an encouragement to young teenagers. Sometimes you're at home in difficult situations. All families have struggled. I don't care. Your girlfriend down the street, she may not tell you. Your boy down the street, he may not tell you. Every family has stuff going on in it. So they could look like they got the world going on. That's a whole nother story. But I want to encourage you young teenagers who are looking to go into, getting out of their house We want to get out of our house for different reasons. My mom told me her story that she got married just to get out of her house. There was a lot of them. I've heard many stories from a lot of women who said they just wanted to get out of their house for many different reasons. Sometimes abuse, all different type of abuses, drugs, alcohol. But I want to encourage you to learn as much as you can so that when you do leave your parents' house, whether it's getting married, and that's how God originally set it up, that the woman would leave her house when she's married, yet at the same time, they would know how to do things domestically sometime, but then on the other side, relationshiply wise, and they got married for different reasons in different ways. Some were arranged marriages. I didn't leave that way. I left that way with a baby in hand, nothing, no bank account, no nothing. I left. And I called myself setting up a house, and I had an option to leave my daughter with my mother. She told me I could go back to college and leave the baby. But me being Miss Grown, decided that she was going to take herself and she's going to get an apartment and move her boyfriend in. Never considering being a wife really because of the things I saw growing up. But I want to encourage you young ladies and young men. Look around and begin to ask the questions to people who you see in different relationships and ask them how they got there. Good and bad. Abuse or no abuse. But learn. Learn before you decide you're just going to walk out of your home and start a life and you're not prepared for it. I went walking today at a track. I see what the young people are doing, and it hurts my heart to see that a lot of them, the majority of them, are walking into trouble in their life and they're not prepared. They just think they're hanging out. But you have to be careful who you hang out with. You have to be careful who you keep company with. You have to be careful what you're looking at and what you see. Because on the other side of what you see, you don't know what you're walking into. And like I said, this is not a spirit of discouragement. This is a spirit of encouragement. Use wisdom. If you don't know the right thing to do, go ask somebody. Ask somebody who you see doing well. Don't ask somebody who is not doing well. Don't ask somebody, because I asked somebody something years ago, and the response she gave me, I instantly knew that it wasn't a good response at all for myself. So I want you to begin to ask questions. Ask questions of people and relationship. Young ladies, don't think everybody who looks good, who look fine, who smell fine, that they're going to be that Prince Charming. They have their own issues. And they can woo you and woo you and woo you. But on the other side of the wooing is who are they and what do they stand for? How are they living? Young men, the girl could have her dress hiked up, she could pull it up, but if she don't have character and she does not have a vision for her life, and she look good, she smell good, but she ain't living right, stay away from it. Because in the long run, there's always a consequence. I had this conversation with someone today, and he and I were talking. I had an appointment, and he and I was talking. We were talking, no, it wasn't the gentleman. It was the girl. It was a young lady who was servicing me. And we were talking about consequences. We were talking about a lot of times when we're talking or we're doing things, we don't stop and think about consequences. We look at it and we think, but we don't know, but it's the consequences of what we do. Now, I can go into biblically and we can talk about sin. I'm not going to go there because I want to be an encouragement. Some of you aren't ready for that. But I want you to know, think before you act. Don't think in the manner everything's going to be all right, because consequences has a payment, good or bad. But being a single teenage mother at 19, I was ignorant. I didn't have the knowledge. I saw people living that way, but I didn't know what they were going through on the other end. I was not prepared for motherhood at 19, but I had to get ready. I had to prepare as I went, but I kept an apartment as long as I could, and then things fell apart. And I ended up going for many years from apartment to apartment. Don't do that to yourself, young people, young men. If you're not ready to pay an apartment, then you're not ready for a baby. If you're not ready to quit school, young ladies, then you're not ready for a baby. Because when your wants are greater than that child, you're not ready for a baby. He said he loves you. If he don't love himself, and I'm not talking about selfishness, and he's waiting to wait until he's ready mentally, physically, because they're their body, a young man, his body, and a young lady, your body tell you, I'm ready. But emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, socially, first of all, spiritually, are you ready to fulfill the consequences of your actions? Because every action will produce a consequence. Don't do that to yourself. Want better for your future. Well, Miss Fern, how do I get there? First of all, stop whatever you plan on doing, because that little mind tell you, I got it. I know what I'm doing. First of all, your wardrobe, presentation, and how you deliver is what you want to attract. And I say that in the spirit of too many young people and older people are walking around here revealing everything. And you're attracting what you're revealing. And then you be like, why he say that? And you don't like what he say, but you'll accept it because a lot of people are looking for love. Young men, young women, older women. But if it's not the love that you're willing to go through the consequence with, there's going to be a consequence, good or bad. And we're living in life now where people don't care. They don't care what they say to you. They don't care what they do to you. They'll walk out on you. They'll just leave you abandoned. You abandon yourself, first of all, because you didn't check the person's real personality. You check what they look like. You check their bank account. But you don't even know if their bank account is legit. They tell you, I got a business. Then you find out their business ain't prosperous. They ain't doing nothing with their life. They don't have no vision for growth. They can't show you nothing. But I didn't get out here to preach to y'all. I came out here to give you seeds of wisdom to think before you jump into relationships. And then you bring babies into the relationships and you're not ready. I don't care how much he tell you in the heat of passion, he love you. That's not love, y'all. That's not love. That's sex. So this is a serious video that I'm called to teach, and I'm going to teach you. Because ain't nobody else teaching you. They fluffing you. They faking you. They punking you. But the real of the real, that there's a consequence to every seed you sow, good or bad. You sow good seeds, you get good. You sow bad seeds, you get bad. So I would encourage you young folk and older folks to sow some good seeds in your life. If you got a good attitude, good gonna come. You got a nasty attitude, nasty gonna come. Because you may not like the nasty ones. There's always somebody, and I had a drum corps leader who used to tell us, he used to always tell us, y'all be cussing. He said, don't y'all be cussing. He said, you want to cuss, and he was military. He said, you want to cuss? He said, I could tell you, I could out-cuss you. I was like 13, 14 years old. Yes, he did. He said, I could out-cuss all y'all. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, I was young, I told you, when I went out there into the world. I was young. I was 8 years old. Y'all, no, Miss Fern, not you. Because I thought I was grown at 8. Don't you minding my business. And I remember the day my mother told me, what business you got? I was like, under my breath, I was like, I got business. I'm 8 years old. Because that's how much the devil make you think you somebody. And you ain't ready. Because when that heartache hit, are you ready for it? Do you want to get out there, cuss and fuss somebody, bust somebody's windows out? I was talking to one of the people a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, good thing he had my car because I ain't bust the window. I was rolling in myself. Don't do that. If you can get in the game, baby, you can take what's dished out. But do you want to eat it? Because I told you consequences. You be encouraged. This is holiday time for y'all. Don't go out there wasting your money. Don't go out there buying him some $50 watch, some slides, some floor shines, and you know what, and you turn around and he don't show up. Hey, I'm telling you, go out there buying her all of this and she don't show up. Use wisdom. You buying all the stuff for him, dressing him, sneakers, hat, jacket, and you come around the corner and he walking down the street with someone else and you want to fight. Baby, you better look at it for what it is. He with somebody else. I've experienced it. And you know what I did? When I hit that corner, too many times I hit the corner. I kept on walking with my baby. I kept walking. Because what would it look like me out there fighting for somebody who I'm not married to? And if I'm married to him, I still ain't gonna fight for you. Because baby, you that big, bad, and bold, I can't control what you do. But I can control me. And I can do better than that. So this is for my young people who want to be adults. Y'all girls, leave them alone. A man would love you when he could respect you. But if you can't respect yourself, he don't respect you. I'll tell you just how easy it is. He doesn't respect you. He'll say he do. I'm going to be teaching some more on this relationships as a young person. Because I don't want y'all to get jammed up like I got jammed. I jammed myself up. I don't blame him. I blame me. And I know why I did what I did. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. I care about you young people. I care about you young ladies. What are you putting out in the world? I care about you young men. What are you taking in the world? Because I'm about to embark on a situation with one of my family members, and I'm praying for him. A few of them. Because I never told them my story. But I'm telling you, as a grandmother, as a mother, as a daughter, as a woman of God, that God has better for you. Just hold on. Just talk to God. I don't care how it come out. You could be in the shower, in the bathroom. You don't have to be on your knees. Talk to God. Say, God, I want better for my life. And y'all who don't have children, God, help me to hold on until you send, not me send, until God send, and you are prepared to be an adult who can receive a spouse and be respectful. Be encouraged. Wait on the Lord. Don't rush. He may look good, like I said in the beginning. She may look good. But are they good in your heart? Somebody say, why she point to her mind? Because as you get into the study of the Word of God, God reveals that the heart is your soul and it's in your mind. How you thinking? Are you thinking right? Are you moving right? Not your fleshly muscle, but there's a heart in your soul. I want y'all to make it. A lot going on in this world. Be encouraged. Wait. Don't rush out there. God got somebody for you if you wait. It's all in the Bible. And if you don't read the Bible, in God's time. But listen to what Miss Fern have to say, you young adults. You young teenagers. Just wait. Wait, you can wait. It's called get some control. Stop listening to everything they say. Baby, you look good. I could run it. I could run it on you. I could run it on you, y'all. Because them older people you look at every day, she don't know nothing. My mother don't know nothing. Did you forget that we were your age? When I met the woman of God, I act like I was her equal. She was 20 years older than me. And I was talking to her like, and God was always putting me in check. Yes, he was. Because it's called respect yourself. Then you respect others. And then you'll have a better future. And I'm going to leave it alone for tonight, y'all. Be encouraged. Y'all have a good night. It's Friday night. Stay home. Have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe. This is FML Diversify, and on this channel, we talk about all things.